Emily, get your act together now, lovey. You're back. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, yes, it has been a while, a very long time actually, probably a few months now, since I last posted on here. And you guys, I mean, you might not care at all, but some of you might want to know why I actually haven't been on YouTube, and maybe in general life, if you guys follow me on any social media or anything, why I haven't been as active as maybe normally I would. There has been a lot that's happened over this past year, as well as the pandemic. A lot of other stuff has happened as well. So I just thought today's video just be helpful for you guys to actually know what I've actually gone through over the past year. And I'm not saying I am not the only one in this position, because I'm sure out there's someone else that has probably may have been in a worse situation than I have. But I know we're all struggling right now, or I would say I know a lot of people who have, I think mental health right now is more important than ever. And I just want to point that out there, that even if someone who you know, they may look fine, but underneath there might be something a lot deeper that you may not know. In these sort of circumstances right now, I think, you know, just text someone and just be like, hi, how you doing? Because you never know, it could change that person's life. And I know that sounds really deep. That sounds really, really deep to say, but it's true. I really don't know what's going on with my hair, and I'm so sorry. We're just gonna ignore it, even though I'm literally fiddling with it. We've already started off with the shambles. Emily, what is this? Yeah, it just flops. Everyone, please do not judge me on this. Anyway, right, I'm gonna start getting into this video because I feel like I'm blabbing on already. I just want to get down to everything and actually tell you guys what has actually been going on within my life. So if you do like this video, please smash a thumbs up for me and let's get straight into the video. I feel like it's best to start probably right at the very beginning. So I'd probably say this time last year actually. So back in 2020, as a family, I think that's when a lot of things changed for us. So it's just the four of us who live in our house. So it's me, my brother, my mum and my dad and my dog. 5 of us maybe. My mum received a letter regarding that she came back with some abnormal results because she had a mammogram. If you don't know what a mammogram is, it's basically just a scan on your breasts. So it just checks for women you don't have any breast cancer, basically. So the results, yeah, they weren't quite sure about it, so they wanted to do further tests basically. And before you know it, my mum got diagnosed with breast cancer. I think that was a turning point for us within the family. Like, we've never gone through anything like this before, I would say, as the four of us together. And I think during this time as well, when mum got diagnosed, we were starting to get to know about the virus as well, like how the virus was like in China and stuff. It was around that time. I can't even remember exactly, if my memory is really bad, but it was around that time. She was referred to the Marsden. She started treatment basically, and she had her first operation on her birthday actually. It was the 23rd of February she had her first operation. Got the results back for the first operation and they found out that they didn't get all the cancer out, which meant she needed a second operation as well. When that happened with the results and everything, that's when we were in the first lockdown. And I don't know whether if you guys have watched my Q&A video or anything, that point as well in my life was also when I broke up with Chris, who was my ex-boyfriend, should I say now. So back then, that's when like all this stuff happened with Chris as well. So it was sort of mum's cancer, breakup, virus. So I think it basically just all came at once. Obviously 2020 was a shit year anyway, but that did really take a toll on my mental health a lot. I've never ever gone through anything like this in my life, should I say, ever. And I'm only young, like I'm 19 years old, nearly 20, and I have never ever experienced what I've experienced last year. My mum, though, was very fortunate. She managed to get her second operation in during the first lockdown we had in the UK. I think I got to see her once because I'm pretty sure it was the time I was going to Manchester. It was when we had our dance competition. So at Kingston we had a competition up in Manchester, and I remember it was that weekend my mum had her operation. So before my friend picked me up from the hospital, I went to go and see her, so I just had my suitcase in and I went in and saw my mum. Obviously she was very nervous, but my dad was there, but I saw her before she went in. And then obviously I just got updates from my dad, what was going on via text. And then I went to Manchester, so I didn't see her until I came back. So then we got the results back from the second operation and they came back all clear, so I didn't see that there was any cancer left in there, any of the cancer cells left in there, which was a good thing. So the operations, that was like a tick for us, and that was good. But now it got to the process of we don't want the cancer cells to come back again, which means she had to talk to the doctors and everything else about what treatment to go down for. And in the end my mum went for radiotherapy, but it was like a brand new, it was quite a new radiotherapy that's been introduced only recently. It's basically she had to go in every day and have 15 minutes of the radiotherapy. There were side effects to it, and mostly it was just her being tired. But also during that time, that's when lockdown was quite strict, so, and then we'd drive my mum and dad up there, but my dad can go in as well, or I couldn't go in, so it meant my mum just going in on her own. So the whole of the radiotherapy she did on her own, which was, it was very hard for her to do that all on her own, because obviously you'd obviously want to be by her side, like she's your mum and you want to be there for her. But obviously you couldn't because of the virus. This was probably in summer when she was having the radiotherapy, and I definitely struggled. I'd probably say back in April, May time, I was at my worst. I've never experienced my mental health like it before, and got to that point and I was very much thinking of, nothing's ever going to get better, this is just what life is now. Like, I couldn't see any positivity at the end of it, which was really hard. So it was sort of, I think at the same time, I think it was also because everything came at once, and then I was just sort of stuck in this bubble where I just couldn't get out, and I was literally constantly thoughts going through my head, and also during early March time, it was also all my assessments that were going on for uni, so I had to try and focus on that, because I was sort of trying to, as soon as I stepped into uni, I would sort of try and forget what was going on at home and what I was going through, my feelings, and sort of push that to a side and just focus on my assignments and try and get them through, which thank God I did, but I found it very, very difficult, to a point where I was like, I need help. So I ended up self-referring myself to a place called Mind Matters, it's part of the NHS. So you just go online and just type in Mind Matters, and you just do a self-referral, and they will get in contact with you. I was just struggling in general in life, I couldn't find anything positive. I was always relating everything to negativity, which is so unlike me. That's not me at all. It's just not me at all. And when I look back at it now, I'm just thinking, who was that girl? And that sort of breaks my heart also saying that, because I'm like, who the hell was she? I think at this point now, it's very hard to look back on. I feel like I'm still recovering from that part of my life from last year, and I'm still recovering it from now. And also, if you didn't know, I am back with my ex-boyfriend, Chris. So we are now back together. We are now boyfriend and girlfriend. So I am not single anymore. I would say now I'm a lot happier. I still have certain issues that I will explain soon. Just some other little things that I just want to mention as well. But so I'm back together with my boyfriend, which I couldn't be more happy about. Because I don't want to bore you with it. We basically was going through problems. We would have good days and bad days. Some days it wouldn't be worth anything getting back together, and some days we were like, right, yeah, we want to make this work. We basically just sort of got to the point where we were like, come on, we want to make, oh god, sorry. Both of us were on the same page. Eventually, it was very much back and forth, and I must admit, I think I think you know who you are. I'm not going to mention names, but you know who you guys are out there, and every single one of you. I just want to thank you for being by my side through all of this, because probably at the point, it got to the point where I mean, I'm surprised I haven't been hit or anything by any of you, because I probably just annoys the hell out of you all the time, because I literally just repeat the same thing, and I would sort of be going through this cycle, because I guess at the same time mentally I just wasn't there anyway, so I'd be doing stuff. So when I was single at this point, so when I was going through stuff, I wasn't going through stuff quite clearly as my mental health. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I always say it was a different Emily, like it wasn't me, it was somebody else, like another, I don't want to say a part of me, because I don't want to say that, like just felt it was a fake me. That's how I can describe it. Like it was a fake Emily, like that wasn't me. That's not who I am as a person. I would have said the whole of summer I was that person. I would drink, whenever I went out, I would drink too much and make myself ill. Not every single time I went on a night out, but sometimes I would just drink and drink and drink until basically I just made myself ill, because I was just like, what's the point, right, come on, let's drink, and I just wouldn't stop. And it sort of also made me have quite anger issues as well. I got very angry at a point. I was basically just losing control of myself, which is not like me at all, and I promise you I am not like that. And there were certain choices I made in life that I do regret now. I wish I never did, but I look back on it and I say it's happened. I want to leave that in the past, just like leave that there, and I want to focus just on my future now, even though I feel like it would always be in the back of my head. Like I feel like if it ever popped up a reason, it would always be like, okay, it would always be a memory in there. I must say, everything I went through last year is mainly who I am today. Myself as a person, I've grown a lot stronger, become a lot better in myself now than I ever have been before. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm 100% now, which I will explain. So obviously my relationships, yeah, they're getting a lot better. Obviously I am now back with my boyfriend Chris, so we started again on New Year's. Couldn't be happier, and I'm so grateful that he is in my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world. He's just a part of my life, and I think without him it was very difficult, very difficult. And I think it was both of us just realised like that was something that was missing in both of our lives, and what actually happened last year is not actually what we both wanted deep down inside. Even though we might have not said it to one another, it was deep down what we were feeling. I don't want to go too personal, because obviously there's a lot of stuff that me and Chris just keep to ourselves. I've literally skipped on like loads of bits and actually missed some parts, so I'm gonna sort of like reverse back a bit, because I'm like talking about the new year already, where I haven't even finished on the other stories. I do apologise. My mind, as you can see, it's just a bit still all over the place. As you could probably tell on this video, it's not necessarily all in order, it's all a bit jumbled still, which is basically like what my head is doing. It's all a bit jumbled. I'm back with my mum's cancer. So she had all the radiotherapy done, and then she found out, I think must have been just the beginning of the winter time, she got the all clear, so there's no cancer, which we were very happy about. It was very much a relief, because obviously it took a toll on our family a lot. So yeah, there's a lot that sort of happened then. And then I started uni again, so I'm now in my second year. Uni work I wasn't that concentrated on, and I still had loads of things going on in my head, and it basically related in to my grades. So lately I haven't been getting as good of grades as I could have done. This is all due to the fact of all my personal issues and what I have gone through. And also, so with my counselling, I was also diagnosed with anxiety. So I've been suffering with quite a lot of anxiety throughout all of this, and I would say still to this day now I suffer from it, and it's something I'm trying to learn and trying to like cope with it, and trying to learn things of how I can deal with it. So trying to get uni stuff done and then also having the anxiety on top. And I would say during my life now, during this stage now, I'm sort of got to the point where I'm still recovering, because right now I'm like, did that actually happen last year? Did I go through all of those things last year? My mind's still trying to like process all of it, because I look back to 2020 and I just see it as a big blur. That's just how I can describe it. It's just one big, I don't really know what is going on. So yeah, it's been should I say, it's been a difficult year. Those are basically like the main topics, I would say. Obviously there are like still like little details, but I'm not gonna go all into that. I just wanted to tell you like the main issues that have been going on, and just wanted to let you guys know about it all. I think I've just got to the point where I haven't been as open as I should be. Obviously trying to deal with my anxiety and everything else, especially with uni. I think uni is definitely taking a toll on me quite a lot recently, and actually trying to deal with stuff, should I say, and just trying to like get everything together. Obviously over this whole pandemic, it can't be easy for anyone. I just want to say, like, just be safe, take care of yourselves. You just don't know what a person is feeling deep down inside. They may look happy, but underneath they might not be. So yeah, God, that went really deep. I'm sorry. that went so deep. I'm so sorry. I've literally blabbered on for so long, so you guys are probably bored of me right now. All I say is onwards and upwards now, and never ever feel alone. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm going to leave this here. Hopefully with my new videos coming up, I really want to be more on it. I'm really sorry, this video, you're probably got to the point where you're just fed up with me speaking and you just want to move on. You may have already moved on, but you know what, we move. Oh my God, it's bad. And another one. I'm so sorry. Emily, what were you saying? Oh yeah, I was just saying thank you for listening, and yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you haven't fallen asleep yet and sick of hearing my voice probably as well right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash a thumbs up for me, and other than that, I will see you in my next video. Take care everyone, bye.